Hi guys, it's Mireya here. So today's video, I'd like to discuss my opinion on going through topical steroid withdrawal. And as you can see by the title, is topical steroid withdrawal, was it worth it? And of course, this is just based on my experience. Not everyone will feel the same and not everyone will experience the same. So if you would have asked me at the beginning of my withdrawal and maybe two and a half years after that, I may have not been so quick to say it was worth it, and that's because I did suffer a lot. I'm not going to sit here and say it was easy because it's not. It's the hardest thing I've ever had to do. And while I was going through the worst, I had my doubts. I mean, I knew why I was doing this. I did believe that there would be an end and that I could possibly heal, but I wasn't 100% sure. I mean, I was 100% sure for everyone else. I mean, it was so easy for me to be positive and tell people that they're gonna make it, but for some reason, I couldn't do the same for myself. And I did see improvements along the way. I did see that there was a benefit to this, but it was just such a slow process, and I think it was discouraging sometimes because I thought I was a person that would heal very quickly, and that wasn't the case. So it was hard, and it was hard to just see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I mean, the longer it lasted, the more discouraged I got, and the harder it was to see the way out of this. And now, thankfully, I'm going to be 3 years in April, or turning 3 years in April, I'm sorry. I can honestly say that it was worth it. I mean, my skin is at its best. It's pretty clear. I mean, I'm not 100%, I'm not 100% clear. I mean, sometimes I get these bouts, of eczema. I might get a little bit itchy, but it's nothing like before going through topical steroid withdrawal, and of course during, because before going through topical steroid withdrawal, I dealt with eczema, and it was all over my body, and it was really uncomfortable, and I felt like there was no solution. Like, I felt like I had no way out unless I went through topical steroid withdrawal. And of course, for me, that was the case. Because, like I said, I was suffering with eczema, and going through topical steroid withdrawal is so much worse. I mean, it is so much worse. It feels so much worse. But the way I saw it is that I would be suffering a lot short term, but I wouldn't be suffering with eczema for the rest of my life. So it's, you kind of have to see it that way if that's something that, if you want to go through topical steroid withdrawal. So I was just tired of, dealing with this debilitating skin condition, and I felt like, I would be stuck going through that if I didn't go through topical steroid withdrawal. And I feel like I proved it to myself, because now my skin is clear. I mean, I feel so much healthier, and that's because on top of going through topical steroid withdrawal, I feel like after giving up steroids, I unmasked so many health problems that I wasn't able to deal with, because I wasn't able to see or feel them until I kind of like ripped that band-aid off, because it was just like covering the wound and it was never healing. But once I gave up the steroids, I ripped that band-aid off, I was able to deal with the underlying health issues. And I mean, I had a lot, and I'm still struggling with a little bit, but like I said, it's nothing like the past couple of years. I mean, I feel good, and I'm so much happier than I've been in a long time. And that's because, I went through a really terrible experience, but it made me stronger, and it gave me this desire to live life to the fullest. Before going through topical steroid withdrawal, I was always that person that, talked about doing things, I wanted to do certain things, but I never made it happen. But now, I am taking advantage that I feel so good, and that I could live again, that I could have a normal life. I mean, I feel like, 2 years of my life was ripped away from me. I lost that time, and that's you know, that really hurts me to think about. But because of that, like I said, it's made me just appreciate life and want to enjoy it, you know, to the fullest. So now, you know, if I want to plan a trip, I plan a trip. I want to finish school, that's what I'm doing right now. You know, I want to work, I want to go for a walk, I want to spend time with my family, with my loved ones, with friends. I do it all whenever I can, because you never know when something could happen. You don't know when your last day is, and you don't know what's going to happen in life. So I say, you know, just live your life, be, you know, be happy, and just appreciate it. And that's something that I couldn't do before, because I didn't value life as much as I do now. So when I tell you that topical steroid withdrawal is worth it, that's the reason why. I mean, it was hard. I don't wish it upon anyone. I will never push anyone to go through topical steroid withdrawal, because that's something that you have to decide on your own, because it is hard and no one can tell you what to do. It's your body. So if this is a decision that you want to do, you know, just know you're not alone. There is support groups. There's so many people that are willing to help. And if it's not something you want to do, don't feel guilty about it either, because like I said, it is hard. And I mean, it's something that you really have to think about. But like I said, my experience with it was worth it. I am really happy. I am in a very good place, and as hard as it was, I mean, I don't regret it. I don't regret it at all. If I had to go back in time, which is just crazy that I'm going to say this, if I had to go back in time and if I had to do it again, and knowing how much I would suffer, I mean, oh my goodness, I would still do it. And that sounds crazy, but I would do it because I'm very happy with the results. I'm very happy with the way I feel. I never thought that I would be eczema free. I never thought that I would be able to enjoy life so much. And I don't know, just have this desire to live. And it's because of this experience. So I really wanted to make this video for those of you that, you know, need hope, that are wondering the same, you know, is it worth it? I mean, like I said, everyone's experience is different, but I believe that everyone will come out of this. Everyone's different, you know, your timeline will be different, your experience with it will be different, but I truly believe that everyone will come out of this, and I hope so. I hope that I'm right. And yeah, I mean, I just wanted to be as honest as I possibly could, because I know that a lot of people are wondering the same, and families too. I mean, I really wanted to make this too, because I know that there might be a family member that is wondering, you know, why are you putting yourself through this? Some people don't believe in it either, and you know, friends maybe, or just other people, you know, that are in your life, they're probably questioning the same. You know, they see you suffer, and they're wondering, you know, why would you go through something so, you know, debilitating, so scary, you know, so painful? You know, what's the point of it all? Because, you know, a lot of people think, can't you just go on steroids? Can't you just take some other medication? Can't you do this? But a lot of us have exhausted all those alternatives, and we didn't see a solution. So that's why we go through this. And the main reason is why we go through this is because we don't want to suffer anymore. We don't want to deal with, you know, the eczema, or, you know, whatever other, you know, skin condition you're dealing with, or, you know, the reasons you're using steroids. We don't want to deal with that anymore for the rest of our lives. And we want to have clear skin. We want to be healthy. We want to be happy. And that's why we do this. And now I can honestly say, yes, it was worth it. I'm so happy, and I'm so glad that I did. So I really hope this video helps someone. I wish you guys always lots of health, lots of happiness, and, you know, guys, please remain strong and remember why you're doing this. So thank you guys for listening. I wish you all a wonderful day, and bye guys.